The 1980s were a golden age for action movies, defined by muscle-bound heroes, explosive set pieces, and one-liners that could make even Schwarzenegger blush. But beyond the blockbuster giants like Die Hard and Terminator, there's a treasure chest of hidden gems that deserve their moment in the spotlight. In this video, we're entering deep into 10 criminally underrated action flicks from the 80s that pack as much punch, and sometimes more, than their famous counterparts. Whether you're a die-hard action junkie or just looking for your next retro fix, stick around. There's a chance you'll discover a new favorite today. And hey, if you love these kinds of lists, hit that like button, drop a comment about your favorite underrated movie, and don't forget to subscribe for more nostalgia-fueled content. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's at number 1. Before you ask, yes, this movie takes its name from the Survivor song. Gary Busey stars as Buck Matthews, a Vietnam vet who returns to his small town only to find it overrun by a sadistic biker gang. When they push him too far, as biker gangs in 80s action movies tend to do, Buck goes full revenge mode, using everything from a souped-up truck to homemade explosives. Busey's unhinged intensity keeps things wildly entertaining, while the over-the-top action sequences are pure 80s gold, including a final showdown that feels like a demolition derby from hell. It's loud, cheesy, and ridiculously fun. What happens when you mix a buddy cop movie with a sci-fi alien invasion? You get The Hidden, a wild ride featuring Kyle MacLachlan from Twin Peaks as an FBI agent tracking a body-snatching alien criminal. The alien loves fast cars, heavy metal, and bank heists. Basically, it's an 80s bro in alien form. The action is intense, but the real joy comes from MacLachlan's deadpan delivery and the movie's unapologetically weird premise. Imagine Lethal Weapon meets The Thing, and you're halfway there. Bonus points for its fantastic car chases and a surprisingly heartfelt ending. Directed by William Friedkin, the director of The Exorcist, this neo-noir action thriller doesn't just fly under the radar, it speeds through it in a stolen car. The plot follows two Secret Service agents, William Peterson and John Pankow, who stop at nothing to bring down a counterfeiter played by Willem Dafoe. The centerpiece, one of the most nail-biting car chases in cinematic history, shot on real Los Angeles highways without permits. With a moody Wong Chung soundtrack and an ending that slaps you in the face, this movie is as gritty and stylish as they come. Before Tango and Cash, director Andrei Konchalovsky delivered this gripping survival thriller that doubles as a brutal meditation on freedom and fate. Starring Jon Voight and Eric Roberts, both in Oscar-nominated roles, the film follows two escaped convicts trapped on an out-of-control train hurtling through the frozen Alaskan wilderness. As the unstoppable locomotive becomes a metaphor for their doomed existence, the tension escalates with each passing mile. Raw, relentless, and powered by Voight's mesmerizing performance, Runaway Train is as much an existential gut punch as it is an action thriller. Okay, so RoboCop itself isn't underrated, but its sequel often gets unfairly overlooked. Directed by Irvin Kershner, the director of The Empire Strikes Back, this movie cranks up the violence, satire, and chaos to 11. RoboCop faces off against a drug-dealing cyborg while grappling with his own identity crisis. There's a stop-motion fight scene that puts modern CGI to shame, and the corporate greed subplot feels eerily relevant today. Sure, it's darker and meaner than the original, but that's what makes it stand out. If you've never seen a movie about a ghost coming back for revenge via a souped-up car, you're missing out. Starring a young Charlie Sheen, The Wraith is part supernatural thriller, part action-packed demolition derby. A mysterious driver in a black turbocharged Dodge M4S picks off a gang of street racers who killed him in his past life. The car stunts are jaw-dropping, the synth-heavy soundtrack is peak 80s, and it's just campy enough to keep you grinning through all the explosions. Walter Hill, the director of The Warriors, brings his gritty macho style to this tale of betrayal and bullets. Nick Nolte plays a Texas Ranger caught between a drug cartel and a team of rogue special ops soldiers. With a cast that includes Powers Booth and Michael Ironside, this movie oozes testosterone. Think of it as the Wild Bunch set in the modern West, complete with a climactic shootout that will leave your jaw on the floor. Part urban crime drama, part international espionage thriller, this underrated 80s gem showcases Sylvester Stallone in a rare, subdued role as a streetwise cop facing off against a deadly terrorist. Rutger Hauer steals the show as Wolfgar, a cold, calculating killer whose cat-and-mouse game with Stallone and partner Billy D. Williams turns New York City into a battlefield. The gritty, neon-soaked atmosphere, combined with intense action sequences and Hauer's chilling performance, make Nighthawks a must-watch for fans of pulse-pounding thrillers with a dash of 80s grit. Kathryn Bigelow's moody vampire western hybrid is a stylish masterpiece of atmosphere and violence. When a farm boy, Adrian Pasdar, is turned into a vampire by a nomadic blood-sucking clan, he's dragged into their violent world while fighting to hold onto his humanity. With standout performances by Lance Henriksen and Bill Paxton as the terrifying yet charismatic undead, and a haunting Tangerine Dream score, Near Dark is a darkly romantic cult classic dripping with 80s cool. What do you get when you pair two wisecracking Chicago cops with a drug lord on the run? This underrated buddy cop classic starring Billy Crystal and Gregory Hines blends sharp humor with intense action. As they chase down a dangerous criminal, the duo's banter and chemistry light up every scene, making their antics as entertaining as the shootouts. The gritty Chicago backdrop keeps the stakes high, while the playful energy keeps it fun. Think Lethal Weapon with more laughs, and a whole lot of heart. And there you have it, 10 underrated action gems from the 80s that deserve your attention. Did your favorite make the cut? Or do you have a hidden treasure we missed? Drop your suggestions in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more epic lists. Now, go add these to your watch list. You can thank us later.